Let me go back to the situation with Denver with Nathaniel Hackett. Explain how they could pull off a deal that would get them Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers.
So they're in good shape, Cap. They've been preparing for this. Like they've been preparing to take their swing at a quarterback. It goes back. I mean, they really like Justin Fields. And, like they were of a mind maybe to take him. And they decided, all right, like let's wait. Let's do like the prudent thing, like the conservative thing. They got Patrick Surtain, who's a really good piece. And let's continue to build assets. They trade Von Miller during the year. Like cap wise, they're in good shape. They've got a lot of guys who are on rookie contracts and they've set it up so Aaron Rodgers can walk in there and bring people with him. And so,
but what do they give up? Because you have to trade him.
Right. You have to trade for him. What, for Davante?
No. What do you got to trade for Rodgers?
3 first-round picks.
Do you think that would get it done? I know that they don't. I was told they don't. Green Bay doesn't want players. They want to get picks.
Picks, right. Yeah. So I think it's going to take picks because now you're talking about, okay, like Green Bay's got a little bit of a cap issue. And the way you solve that is by getting younger. And that's, where your cheap labor comes from is the draft. And yeah, I mean, I think if the Packers, if that's the way it goes, if 2 weeks from now, Rodgers and the Packers come to the same sort of decision that like Matthew Stafford and the Lions came to last year, and they decide we're going to part ways, I think Denver's at the top of the list. I think Denver appeals to Aaron Rodgers. And I know the Broncos believe this, Dan, and I think I brought this up to you before. They're not that different now than they were in 2012 when they went and got Peyton Manning, right? Yeah. Like you look at like the way the team's set up, young skill position talent, like they had with Decker and Thomas in 2012. Now they've got Judy, they've got Hamler, they've got Sutton, they've got Patrick, they've got Fant, they've got Javonte Williams. And then on defense, back then they had the young pass rusher, the young corner, Von Miller, Chris Harris. What do they have now? Bradley Chubb, Patrick Surtain. So like you've got the structure of like a young team, a lot of those guys on rookie contracts, which gives you cap flexibility. And you can say to Aaron, everybody on this team is getting better right now. So you're going to be joining a team that's ascending. And oh, by the way, because those guys are on rookie contracts, we can maybe do a few things to make the team even better, bring some guys you're comfortable with in here. So, yeah, I mean,
Adams,
they
now,
could, yeah.
Can the Packers franchise him? But
they can, but it's tricky. The Packers would need, like Adams would almost need to play ball with them because they can't trade him unless he signs his tender. And if he wanted to, he could just say, I'm not signing it. And they can't trade him. So he could actually, because they're $45 million over the cap, the franchise tag for receivers is about $18 million. So at the very least, you've got to carry him onto your roster into the new league year to trade him, which means you'd have to create that $18 million of cap space when you're already $45 million over. So to some degree, Davante Adams would have to play ball with the Packers. And why would he do that? Like if he knows they're trading Aaron Rodgers, if that's what happens, like why would he say, yeah, I'll go and make sure that you get a first round pick from somebody else and make sure that I'm not going to make it to the open. No, he's going to want to go to the open market. So I think that because of the cap logistics, Davante's in a spot where he could leverage his way to free agency. And then if he wanted to, just go sign with whatever team Rodgers winds up with.